Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to share a tea video with you. I haven't done a seasonal tea favorites in a while. I think maybe the last one I did was summer. So I wanted to share some of the teas I've been drinking lately, some of the teas I tend to reach for more often in the winter. I will say that this one definitely leans a little heavier towards the black tea because as it gets colder I reach for deeper fuller bodied teas, and that has definitely been the case this year, and I expect it will continue on into the new year. So let's get started and I will share some of the teas that I am loving right now. So first I'm going to start off with what I am currently drinking, and it's not necessarily just this one brand or this particular tea, it's this type of tea. So in the winter I reach for chai teas all the time. It is really my go-to for, you know, a really cold night, or it's my go-to for Starbucks drinks. I'm always getting chai lattes at Starbucks, and this particular one is really great. It is a sweeter chai, which I prefer my chais on the sweeter side. This is the Oliver Pluff and Company Masala chai. This came in the Muse monthly box and it is really fantastic. It has black currant leaves, ginger root, cinnamon chips, green cardamom, and flavoring, and like I said, this one is on the sweeter side. I like a chai that is really spicy but not overly spicy, so I like when they also have a sweet side, so it's like something to cut that really spicy chai kick that can often happen. And this one is really good on its own outside of making lattes. I will also link down below a few of my other favorite chais, as well as a recipe on how to make chai lattes at home. The one that I found that's really great, you don't even need a chai for. You can use just black tea and then some spices, but you can also use the same sort of idea behind that recipe with a already mixed chai, and it's a really simple, easy way to make chai lattes at home. So then the next two are going to be bagged teas. The first one I talked about last year and went on a hunt to find and could not find locally, and now we've had one of our grocery store chains has turned over to a new company and they carry it, which is great because I really enjoy it. And it is an herbal tea. It is the Orange and Spice herbal tea from Bigelow, and I am a big fan of this. It's one of those teas that has a really nice fruity smell, but there's also a bit of spice in it, so it's that sweet and spicy. And it is something that just makes you feel warm and comfortable, and it's great for the evening because obviously you don't want something with a lot of caffeine late at night, so I definitely love this in the evening. The other bagged tea that I have is from Twinings, and that is the Irish breakfast tea. I adore this. So I'm not a huge fan of English breakfast tea. There's something about it that I don't absolutely love, but I love Irish breakfast tea. It's really strong and bold, and I think that's mainly what I really love about it. This one is fantastic. I tend to drink this in the afternoons at work. It gives me that energy that I need, but it's also not too over the top. It's not something that has a, you know, it doesn't have extra flavoring is what I was kind of getting at. It is just a straight black tea that is perfect for that kick of caffeine, but also it has nice body and flavor to it. And then we're going to take a break from the black teas to talk about one that's a little different from what I normally reach for in the winter, but I have been reaching for this throughout the fall and then into the winter as sort of like a break from bold, you know, dark, full body black teas, and that is the Bad Girl Good Tea Flower Crown tea. And I was super skeptical. This was also from a Muse monthly box, so she is spot on with picking those teas. But this one is a green tea, and it is actually, it's green, white, and oolong mixed together. It also has mango and pineapple, marigold blossoms, a lot of things in it. It is a beautiful tea. It also smells absolutely fantastic. It's very fruity, kind of, it's got that green tea, but it's like flavor, that kind of grassiness, but it also has a really good, strong flavor of fruit, but not overpowering. Like it's not like a what I call Tivana, kind of overpowering fruit with very little tea. Like, you can taste the tea in it, but you can also taste the fruit flavoring, which I really like in a flavored tea. So this one is really good. It's something that I definitely enjoy. It's on the lighter side, so it is a good break from a dark tea. And then another black tea that is non-flavored that I really, really enjoy and have been enjoying for quite some time is from Harney & Sons, and that is Palm Court. So Palm Court is also, it's the same tea that they put in the Titanic tea bags. So you can't buy the RMS Titanic tea in loose leaf form. So when I was in the store in New York, I asked, what is the closest thing to it loose leaf wise, or do you have it? And this was the tea that was recommended to me. They said that this is basically what's in those tea bags. I think it's probably slightly different from what I understand, but this is the closest thing to that one. So you can buy it in either form. If you've got a Titanic fan in your life, then the Titanic tea is a great Christmas present, because it's really, the tin is beautiful and the tea is fantastic. So this is one I reach for because it is very complex. So it's a couple of different black teas blended together, and it just has this really rich, complex black tea flavor. And it is, again, comforting, warm, something that I would reach for mostly in the mornings with this one, but it definitely has a strong caffeine kick to it. And this is probably one of my all-time favorite black teas. And the last one is a flavored black tea, and that is the Mount Hood Vanilla from Tea Chai Te. I always am not sure I've got that last part of that right, but this is a tea shop that I visited in Portland, Oregon on my honeymoon, and it is the cutest tea shop. I will link my haul video from Portland. I think I have a haul video. Oh no, I have an order I did from them later on where I actually ordered this one. So I'll link that if you want to hear more about the tea company and some of the other things I grabbed in that haul. But this one is really nice. It is a tea that has a definite vanilla flavor to it, but it's kind of a little bit like that cakey feel, or, you know, taste. I always say that when describing teas like this. So it's kind of like the Golden Orchid from Whispering Pines. This one is different from that one. This one is much stronger on the vanilla side, and it has, I think it has vanilla oil in it or something, because there's something else in it that gives it a different flavor. And it's one of those teas that I really love to make a big mug. So I have a travel mug that's like twice this size that I take to work with me, and so I make it right before I leave. I put the lid on it, it's really hot, it stays warm in that mug, and then I drink it throughout the morning. So it's really good hot, but even as it starts to cool down, it still retains a really good flavor. A lot of teas, when they start to cool down and they've been sitting, because there's still like some of the gritty, like the leaf in there, so it's still steeping as you're drinking it a lot of times. So a lot of teas over time, as they cool, get bitter or astringent. This one does not at all, and so I can still, it can be like 4 hours later and I'm still drinking the cold tea, because I really, really like the flavor throughout, you know, hot, warm, cold. It's still good, which is a weird thing to say, and I can honestly say I don't say that about hardly any teas, but this one travels well and cools well, and I really, really, really like it. And so I'm glad that I picked up the tin, and the tin is beautiful. This is another one of those, this company is another one of those companies that would make great gifts, because the tins are really nice. It's got the like protective thing when you open it. They're very good airtight wise, and they just are beautiful. So this one and Harney & Sons are two that I definitely recommend as gift teas. Well, I hope that you found maybe a new tea to try out, and that this wasn't too repetitive from some of my other tea videos, because sometimes I feel like I talk about the same teas over and over again. I know I've talked about Palm Court or the Titanic tea before, but again, like I said, it is one of my favorite all-time teas. And if you'd like to see that video, because I feel like, yes, I've talked about them a lot, but I could go a little bit more into detail about some of my favorite all-time teas if that's something you guys would be interested in, so definitely let me know. But yeah, these are definitely teas that make me all warm and fuzzy and are great for the cold winter months. I would love to hear what some of your favorite teas are to drink during the winter, or something you think I might like based on these recommendations, because you know, I'm always down for buying more tea. Anyways, I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.